Oh wow, welcome to the sandy land of Portugal. I'm gonna just put some lighting in this place because you can't see me, can you? Hello beautiful bookworms, my name is Catarina and welcome to my channel. And yes, I went to turn on the lights because surprise, surprise, it's raining in Portugal. Oh, what a wonderful day. So I have seen a lot of people here on BookTube doing stuff like series that I want to read in 2018 and standalones that I want to read and yada yada. But since I already talked a little bit about this in my last video of 2017 that was supposed to be about my 2017 wrap-up of goals and the goals for 2018, I decided that I was going to do something a little bit different that I haven't talked a lot in that video, and also I'm going to leave that video link down below so that you can go and watch it if you want. But yeah, as I was saying, in there I referenced some of the series and some of the standalones and some of the books that I want to read, but I do believe that I haven't talked a lot about manga. So I decided that instead of doing what everyone else is doing, I was going to do the manga series that I wanted to finish or to read in 2018. And obviously I am counting on getting some newer manga that isn't in here. And probably I will start new series, or I'll be reading some series that I'm not even considering reading right now because I don't have the entire collection, or because I just don't want to start it right now. But that can change throughout the year, and I think it will be funny to see how that actually changes and what I can accomplish in one year. But although I don't read a lot of manga throughout the entire year because I enjoy reading books and I have a lot of books to read, I really love manga. So I decided, why not do a manga want to read for 2018. So, as you probably have seen in the title of this video, this is what this video is about. It's about the entirety of the manga that I'm planning to read in 2018 for now, because I'm gonna get more, I know it, and I'm going to read more, I know it, and yeah, so let's jump into it. So firstly, I'm going to talk about the manga that I actually started reading and that I want to finish, which I think, yeah, it's okay. I was trying to check if that was in the proper order, so that's that. First, I'm going to talk about what I'm already reading or that I want to finish or something like that, and then I'll talk about the ones that I want to read in completion. So the first one that I want to finish in 2018, and that is a crime that I haven't already finished it, is Tokyo Ghoul by Sui Hishida. And I have talked about Tokyo Ghoul a lot, and I am not going to be able to link down all of the videos that I talked about Tokyo Ghoul, but if you search a little bit, you will find this in some of my lists, some of my reviews, some of my tops of something. You will find this, because Tokyo Ghoul is amazing. It's a discovery that I made, I do believe, last year, or even 2 years ago in animation, and I watched the first season and then I decided I was going to do the entire collection. So I haven't watched the second season, which I'm planning to do just when I finish the manga series, so that I can do a video doing like a kind of a competition between the animated series and the manga, so that I can talk about which one I think it's best. But for now, the manga is really close to the anime adaptation of the first season, and I do believe that for the first 5 or 6 books, probably 5, 6, 7 maybe, it's pretty much the same story, so it only is going to change after that. So for now, I already know what I'm reading, and probably, maybe because of that, and maybe because I haven't commute as much, because I'm not using public transportation right now to go to my internship. Probably that's why I haven't even finished this, and I have been reading bigger books that I haven't been doing. So I have to finish this. If you guys don't know, this is a story about Ken Kaneki, and he's a human in a very different Tokyo from our days. It's a Tokyo that's filled with ghouls, and ghouls are basically these kind of flesh-eating monsters that disguise themselves as human. And so through a series of unfortunate events, he is attacked by a ghoul, but that ghoul is killed and he's in death row, like he's almost dying, you know. And so he's transplanted with the organs of that ghoul, and so he becomes half human, half ghoul, and he has to deal with his new powers and to deal with his new hunger for human flesh and to deal with both of the worlds mixed together. So it's really cool. It's pretty dark and kind of gory sometimes, but it's really amazing and it kind of makes you think about the human nature and everything like that, so I can't wait to finish this one. The next that I want to finish is The Ancient Magus' Bride by Korei Yamazaki, and I already read the first volume, and spoilers for my book haul for January, I have the next volumes over there to read. So I'm very, very happy, and I really want to read as much as possible of this series. This is basically a series, I don't know a lot about it, but it's basically about this magician, this Magus, that actually buys this little girl that's supposed to have some magical abilities in this kind of slave fair, and he buys her with the intent of training her to be his assistant and to be a magus as well, but at the same time to be his wife. So it's kind of funny, but at the same time a little bit depressive because of some of the things she's been going through. Her whole family, I believe he's probably dead or something like that, so it's kind of sad, but at the same time it's kind of funny. So I can't wait to see what the rest of the volumes will bring and probably do a review of this when I finish. I don't know, because I think there are still volumes coming out, so we will see. The next series that I want to finish, at least the ones that have came out, is The Girl from the Other Side, and I am presenting volume 3 because it's the only one that I haven't read. And I'm basically accompanying this as well as it comes out, so this is by Nagabe, and this is basically the story of this realm, the inside one, where there's people, human people that live in a city that is guarded, heavily guarded, and then the outside where some black creatures roam. And basically it is said that if a creature touches you, you are cursed and you will transform slowly into another creature. And I am absolutely loving this. This is really sad and kind of sort of depressing, but the art is really amazing and the story is really beautiful, and you have now a lot of plot twists and a lot of things that you want to discover more of. And so yeah, I can't wait to read the third one and the next that will probably come out this year. I have no idea, but I am very excited. Next, I want to read the entirety of Corpse Party because I have the entire series and even the sequel that's just one giant volume. And so I have to read it because I haven't read it. The only thing that I have done is watch the anime and play the game because this is based in a Vita game. I believe it's Vita, PS Vita. But whatever, so this is a story about these groups of students that they want to stay together forever because some of them are going to move schools and stuff like that. So they decide to do this kind of charm that they found online, that it's like the Sachiko charm forever or whatever, and they do it, and instead of being together forever, what happens is they just enter a parallel dimension in a school of horrors where they are killed one after another, and they have to find a way to stay together and to just escape that place and to find out why that school exists and what actually happened in the past of that school. So you have a lot of ghosts that are children, and you have a lot of dead people, and you have a lot of gore, and the plot is really crazy and insane. It kind of makes sense, but it's just really strong to your feelings, and I can't wait to read this because I want to see what new perspectives they put on the manga, because the game was fun and watching the anime was also fun, but they couldn't jog with all of the perspectives, so I want to see what they put in this because I am a sick bastard that loves gore. And now for the mangas that I only have one volume and that I want to start reading just to, you know, see if I like and if I want to buy the rest of the series. First of all, I have Happiness, which was actually in one TBR that I made for one readathon, and it actually didn't happen because I had a lot of things to do. So this is by Shuzu Oshimi. And I love this cover. It's just so gorgeous. It's like it's done with crayon or something. It's just so beautiful. The art inside is really beautiful, and I do believe this has something to do with vampires because in the back it says The Thirst, and in the front you have blood on a girl's face, so probably, but I am not sure because it really doesn't say a lot on the back about the story, which is nice. I really enjoy going into manga without knowing a lot because I do believe Japanese people are great at their work, and it's just amazing to go into something without knowing a lot about it. So yeah, I just want to read, and I have a guess that I'm going to love this and have to buy the rest of the series, but I don't know. For my goals, I just want to read the first one and then see what's coming out. Then I want to read Your Name by Makoto Shinkai and Ranmaru Kotone. And I don't know how to speak Japanese, everybody. But yeah, supposedly this is going to become a live-action major motion picture with a lot of crazy actors, if I can find the crazy good actors, actually. If I can find that information, I'm going to link that down below. If I can't, sorry about that, but I heard it from a good source, so I believe it's going to be true. And this here says, a story of two people determined to hold on to one another. And I think there's something sci-fi-ish going around in here, so I can't wait to read this. And this is supposed to be maybe the first volume, because it has a 01 in here. So yeah, probably it's the first volume, so I'm going to read it and see what I think. I do believe that the second one is not out yet in English, if it exists, so I'm just going to read the first one and see what it is about. Then I want to read The Promised Neverland by Kayu Shirai and Pozuka Demizu. And this one was one that I got for Christmas for my boyfriend, and it's supposed to be about these orphans that are really well treated and live in this orphanage, and then they find out some secret things of the outside, and they understand that they are there for a reason and that the outside is darker than they thought. There's a darker truth to everything. So I don't know a lot about this, but I would like to read it. And I do believe this is also the first volume of a series, so I want to read it to see if it's interesting and if it deserves to be continued read or not. I'll just check it out. And lastly, and I'm putting this last because I don't know what I feel about this, and I don't know if I will enjoy this. Probably, I don't know. If I enjoy it enough, but not as enough to do the entire collection, maybe I'll do a giveaway of it. I have no idea, but first I'm going to read it and try it. I might enjoy it. But it is called Grimgar of Fantasy and Ash by Ao Giomonji, Mutsumi Hokubashi, and Ieri Shirai. Jesus Christ. Kill me already because my tongue is from talking to all of these names. But this is supposed to be one of those sort of very popular mangas in which you enter some kind of a game-like world, and you are someone that is fulfilling a quest. But supposedly our main character is not a hero, and he's weak as hell, and he has to do stuff and catch monsters and do some quests to survive, but he's not really capable. So I find that kind of interesting because normally our main characters, for some freaking reason, know how to do fucking everything, and that's really annoying because they are born with the power. And it's really, why don't you train and why aren't you weak at the first? Well, I don't mean whiny because I hate whiny manga characters, but why aren't you a little bit weak before you start understanding stuff? Like, I don't know, this is a very pet peeve thing of me to say, but yeah, that. So I don't know how I'm going to feel about this. I have no idea, but I'm going to read it and review it for you guys when I read it and try to see. This is the first one in a series, I'm sure of that, and I'm going to see if it's worth continue of it or not. So these are the manga that I want to read in 2018. Obviously this list can change because I have some manga up there that I really want to read, so if I can finish that collection I will probably read that manga as well. And yeah guys, this is all for today. I hope that you like this video. If you like it, leave a like or subscribe, and tell me in the comments down below if you plan on reading manga, if you know any of the mangas that I told you, if you read them, if you haven't, if you want to, and what mangas do you plan to read on 2018 if you do, and if you need recommendations for beginners, talk to me. So that is all for today guys, and happy readings to you all. Bye!